Shall we go this way or that way?
Yeah, this way.
Let's see, everyone is following? Yep. Yes.
Yuliya! Let's do this. Well, first, I'm sure you need to talk, right?
Yes, we're gonna talk first. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we can just put it here for now and then. Yeah. All right. Everybody can hear me? Or shall I keep my mask off so that would be a little bit easier to understand? All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Yuliya Panchenko. I'm a Boudoir photographer and educator, and I'm also the founder of Believe in Boudoir platform that offers the most complete boudoir photography master course bundle. I've been doing boudoir photography for about 6 years. I absolutely love it. I used to do weddings, and I shifted completely to boudoir. And I would say my main area of expertise would be lighting for boudoir and posing for boudoir. All right, so during today's photo walk, I'm going to walk you through some posing tips for boudoir, and we're going to also talk about creating shadows and highlights with StellaPro Reflex S. So for those who don't know what Reflex S is, it's a continuous strobe hybrid light, which means you can shoot with continuous light and strobe at the same time, or you can switch from one to another. This is a pretty cool new product. I've been using it for a while, and I'm super excited to share that information with you. We have our beautiful model here. Her name is Christine. She's a professional model. So she's going to help us with posing and everything with the demonstration. But before we start, who is a boudoir photographer here? Okay. Who likes shooting boudoir? Cool. And who is here just because they saw Pretty Girl in lingerie? More hands. All right. This is a beautiful genre. As I mentioned, I've been doing wedding photography, and I burned out with weddings. And now I completely shifted to boudoir, and I really enjoy it. So if you haven't tried that yet, this is the chance for you to see how you like it or not. So yeah, let's first talk about a little bit about boudoir. So the two main elements for boudoir photography is posing and lighting. They go together, and it doesn't matter what camera you're using. If you get a nice pose and you get your highlights and shadows nicely done, you'll get an amazing image, and you'll make your client really happy, and that's the ultimate goal for all of us photographers. So what I like about Reflex S is that you can clearly see where the highlights, where the light is falling on my subject, and we don't spend so much time trying to figure out where to position the light or how that light would work for that specific pose. So it's pretty easy to work with Reflex S. And we'll talk a little bit more during the shoot about the product, but we will start from posing first. So I'm going to give you a couple of basic tips on poses. And the two main elements when you're posing for boudoir are triangles and curves. So we want to create triangles, and that's what we're going to do with Christine today. And when we create triangles, we bend our knees, we bend our elbows, and that gives a little bit of nice, dynamic, interesting look to our pose. And we accentuate our curves, let's say, by pushing the hip or arching our back, and that's looks super elegant, super beautiful, feminine, and that's what we're going to do with Christine today. So I usually start from the pose. So if Christine, let's start with the pose really quick. So we're gonna start from this couch, and let me move it a little bit to the side. Okay, have a seat. So when I pose for boudoir, be careful, I feel like it's gonna fall. Let's move it to the other side. Everybody can see and hear now? We can maybe move you a little bit. Okay. So when it comes to posing, I start from legs usually. So we start from legs. Christine, if you can move, like sit as you are. No, you're perfect. Just move one leg a little bit forward, one closer to the chair. That's perfect. So by just moving leg, we created one triangle, two triangles, and I call it triangles. You can call it whatever you want, like angles. But I visually see those triangles, so that's how I call it. We can, if she is not wearing, like she wouldn't wear the heels, I would position her feet on her tippy toes, and that elongates her leg and also adds additional triangle, because when we do that, that's an additional triangle. So then I'm moving to her upper body, and I'm gonna ask you to arch your back. Perfect. And that's how we create that beautiful curve by just arching her body. Now position your arms on, yes, right there, perfect. We have another triangle because we bend our elbow. We have second triangle. Relax your feet. That's the next element. I'm looking for soft, nice hands, shoulders down to see her beautiful neck. And then we're checking on some details, like if the lingerie looks good, if her hair is not messy, and if we want to move her hair or flop her hair, that's the last details I'm going to look for. So she's very beautiful. I think that's the nice pose already. And then I'm going to go with facial expression. So I'm going to ask Christine, please, let's do some more like a confident look. Look straight at the camera. Give me that confident look. Then I'm going to ask her to close your eyes, breathe through your mouth, and we'll do sensual look. So then I'm going to ask her, bring your chin up and lift slightly apart. Close your eyes. And then I'm going to ask her to look to the side at her shoulder and look down at her shoulder. And then I'm going to ask her to smile or maybe giggle and do more playful look, and then look back at me and I'll photograph her again. So that's kind of flow we're going with, okay? So when we're done with the pose, then the time for me to set my light and see how the light is going to complement the pose. So if we are positioning our light over here, let's say, it looks like in a portraiture style. So it looks very flat and broad. We need to create that transition between highlights and shadows. And to do that, the best way, that's for me, it works all the time, I position my light to the side. And you can see, if somebody doesn't see, you can move to the side and see how by shifting the light, we're changing, we can see how the light is falling on Christine. So we see how the curves are more highlighted now, and we see that nice transition between highlights and shadows. And that's what we want to achieve. We want to highlight the curves, to accentuate those curves, to bring the best parts of women's body, to make to highlight the best features of the female's body, and to make it look even more flattering. And without light, no matter what pose you're gonna get, like she looks perfect, the pose is perfect, but if the light is wrong, if you cannot see where your light is falling, it's so hard to make that image look flattering. So I see so many images where everything is perfect, but there's something wrong. And that something wrong is the light. So that's what is cool about this light, because you can clearly see where the light falls. Last week, I've been using this light with 5 sessions with my clients. And what I realized that I finished my sessions 1 hour earlier than I usually do. And that's because the workflow was smoother, faster. So I didn't, it's really, how many minutes or how much time do you think we need to spend on each pose? We probably need like 15-30 minutes because our client wearing lingerie wouldn't be comfortable just sitting that pose and really wait for us to figure out where the light should be, you know, but with this light you can clearly see where it should be, okay? So let's start photographing. I've been talking too much. So everybody will have a chance to take some photos. Okay, so now I'm on continuous mode, but if you have triggers, which now you don't have, you'll have to use continuous mode, but if you have a trigger, you can switch to burst. And burst gives you more power output, so you can create any type of images that you want, like any mood. I can mix it with ambient light and get like more natural, soft light with the slides, or I can take my model to like a more darker place and create some moody style images, or photograph her by the backdrop and do low key lighting scenarios. So anything is possible. It's depending on what your concept is. Okay, so let me turn on my trigger really quick. I'm going to take a picture really quick to show you what I'm getting. Okay, a little bit closer. Yeah, right there. Perfect. That's beautiful. Very good. And you can see how when I'm pressing on shutter, we are turning into the burst mode and we get higher output. So now I'm shooting with f2.8 and ISO 500 and 100 of a second shutter. So you can go with maybe higher ISO and play with that, or I can increase my power of the light. You can take a couple of photos and we will move to another pose.
Hey Philip,
just
if you want to use it, let me know, because she's using Electron, so I'll just have to switch to Godox. Yeah.
No, no, it's fine.
And your light output is like
Really low.
You okay?
okay.
I'm good. Yes.
Oh.
Did you
That
take
is what I was thinking is the lens. Okay.
what channel? What channel?
Oh, let me switch to Godox.
Let me know if you would like me to increase light, or it's cool, or you can. This is half of the power, so we can go higher, or you can just work with your ISO and see what works better for you.
Okay.
What did you get? Oh, that's pretty. Nice.
Okay, but this suits more lighting.
Yes,
because
because I'm using the
the
trigger.
okay.
If you want to try, what are you using? Sony? Do you want to try? Do we have triggers, right? Or you didn't bring?
Yeah.
Okay. I can increase power.
I increase
what-
my ISO.
You can increase your ISO. It's nice. You see how the highlights are falling. So I would like you to look at your image now and see if we have nice highlight on this side. So we should get a beautiful height on one leg on the side, on another leg on the side, a little bit on her face and her arm. And we should see that beautiful transition of highlight to shadow, and that's what we need. Let's say if you're in in the room with the window, what I would do, I would position my model in a way that the window is from one side and the reflex is from another side. Then I would get like even more highlights and better transition between highlights and shadows. And that's how we sculpt the body and make it look more flattering, feminine, elegant. Christine, you're doing great.
Music
It's good? Everything is good?
Yeah.
I want you to also photograph because I want you to, or we can also do the over here, maybe you'll do something else.
Something I would be really fun.
Okay.
Do you want to try this?
Water?
Mention the giveaway with your photos.
We mentioned, but I'll mention at the end as well. I don't need it now. All right, let's move to second pose. So, when I start with any client or model, I start from like a simple poses like that, and then we will try to move to something more complex. So, Christine, if you can bring your arms up like you're holding, yeah. So, yeah, right there. And you can again arch your back. One arm a little bit lower than another one. Perfect. Do opposite way. I want to show how this is blocking. So now you can clearly see before you start photographing your client, you see there's something wrong is going on. What is wrong going on with the shadow? That's right. So now you can either ask her to switch arms, how you did first time, right there, or you can move your light a little bit and keep switching, keep doing like completely different. Or you can move it to this side.
Bring a reflex.
No, okay. Bring your body a little bit. I think it's from the lights above. It's coming from her chin. So yeah, we need. So, yeah. Can you adjust?
Here.
So the shadow is coming from her chin, and we can just readjust her pose really quick on do something that would work for that specific shot, and take a photo and see what you get. Is that shadow bothering you or not? And we'll move to another one. So if we have V flat or silver reflector, we can soften the shadow, but we're working with one light now. That's perfect. And you can just move, readjust pose, yeah. Yeah, right there. I'm sorry. Yeah, and actually when I took a photo, that shadow didn't bother me at all because it gives a better,
yeah, I like it.
Yeah, light output with a burst. Please give a chance to for everyone to get a shot. That's beautiful. Because it's not an easy pose. We don't want Christine to be in pain tomorrow, because that's what's gonna happen with her back. Okay, sorry. You can move a little bit. I don't know where to move. And you just tell me when we're running out of time.
No,
okay?
yeah, you're good. Do you have another location in mind?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna do here by the grand piano. Then we're gonna move there. Yeah, we'll walk.
I would just let people get their shots.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
So let's move to third pose. Let's do. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt? No. So let's lean that to that side. We will elongate the legs to this side, so you can be more on. Yeah, right there. Perfect. You can bring this. No. How you did first time? Yeah, right there. Bring this arm to, yeah, like that. And you can adjust the pose according to your comfort. Yeah, right there is perfect. Yes, beautiful. So let me fluff your hair a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can do that. That's beautiful. All right, we can do maybe from this side now. And a little bit tilted, maybe 45 degrees. Yeah, right there. Thank you.
That made me fall.
Oh, I don't know how that. Still trying to figure it out now.
Chin up a little bit or down, and you can just work on the facial expressions.
Okay, so let's go over there. I'm putting it over here.
That's beautiful.
Just take off your, don't put on your mask. Also her hands.
Expression, but more with the mouth.
Yeah, we can work on some facial expressions. Let's say we can ask her to close her eyes, bring your chin up a little bit, right? Breathe through your mouth. Relax your hands, like just let it drop. Yeah. As you can see, we have one triangle, two triangle. Her knees are bent a little bit, so that's additional curves over here. You see how she's pushing her hip out, and that creates really nice curve on the side. Those curves are highlighted. That's what the main important thing is, to highlight the curves, and you can see that transition between shadows and highlights. Everything is so pretty. And Kristen is a model. It's easy to direct her, but trust me, my clients do exactly the same thing if you pose them, if you direct them. Sometimes they even look better than models. Kristen is amazing. So side lighting would be my preferred style for boudoir, or top lighting over head lighting, but that's for specific poses. Let me know when we can move forward from this pose to another.
Yeah, you owe me this because I fell in front of 20, 30.
Most of the time I'm using strip box for boudoir photography, and you can use any soft boxes for the Reflex S. Reflex S gives really nice soft light, and that's what I like for boudoir. And by adding softbox, the quality of light is even better. It's very soft and nice. So it works when you photograph female. Yes. Sorry?
Do you usually have your softbox this close to the model, or
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
do you usually have softbox this close to your model, or?
Yes, it can be this close, a little bit away. This is close enough for you now to capture the beautiful highlight, because your guys are shooting with the continuous mode. But if you have trigger, again, it's going to switch to burst. Let's see. It's not. That's why I'm using strip box, because I always photograph I do capture full body shots, and that helps me to have good exposure, yes, on whole body. That works perfectly for boudoir. Okay, so let's move to another more like a glamour style pose. If you can cross your leg and right there, and you can just lean forward. Okay, perfect. And you can tilt your face a little bit towards the light. Yeah, let's see. Let me fix your hair. Always check for details like hair, maybe lingerie, like if everything looks good, and it's very important because the details make a difference. You can move the light a little bit over here, just 45 degrees. Maybe if you're missing catch lights are important. It gives life to our subject, to the eyes, gives a little bit of dimension. So don't forget about that. Or if you're doing side lighting, make sure your client or your model turns her face a little bit towards the light. So this way you get the nice catch lights. And you can keep moving, Christine, according to the... Also, when you get one pose, try to try different angles, try different facial expressions, so you can get from one pose like multiple 10, 20, 10, 15 additional poses.
What power is the light on?
Right now, or what is the capability?
What is it on now?
Right now, is it 6,000 lumens or?
5,700.
Yeah. So if it's running of AC power, it gives you 9,000 lumens power output. Or if you on a burst, it's double the power, so it's 18,000. It's very compact. It's really easy to work with. Again, with my last clients that I shot with Reflex S, I could literally after the session, I transferred all my images into Lightroom, and we could get through the images and select images right after the shoot, because I was confident enough to show all those images. And they were all perfect, and the client just even added more and purchased more images.
So more warmer.
Oh, that's pretty.
More like a rim, kind of rimming, right?
Yeah, try not to cut on arms, and yeah. Or you can ask.
Try not to cut on it?
Yeah, you see on hand. Never cut like hand or. Oh, okay, it's a foot. Okay. All right, now let's move to the grand piano. We'll do a couple more poses. Yeah, let's hear. Okay. So we want to make sure to get as many different poses as possible, and furniture helps a lot to come up with different poses. So we're going to use grand piano for posing. So what I want you to do is, if you can cross your leg and move this leg all the way forward, yes, and relax your hand, put it just like that, and you can look at the light. So you can do it either, let's do it this way, okay? It's like this, okay? Let's see.
Can the light higher, Yuliya? Can the light higher?
Let me see. Yeah, right there is perfect. Yeah. So let me take a quick shot. Let me see. Does it burst when I photograph?
That's the luminance power. So right now it's 5,700 luminance. And that's how much of the battery, like how much power you're using, so you can go a lot higher.
Okay. Again, with this light, we're getting really nice, soft light. It's nicely illuminated on her body. It's falling on her curves. We can see those transitions, and I think she looks just gorgeous. Everybody's getting great shot. Don't forget about if you get an image posted by January 23rd, hashtag #FlexYourReflex, tag StellaPro, and you'll get a chance to win Reflex S. So tag FlexYourReflex.
Okay,
Flex. Copy?
No, I'm fine. My mask is with Eliar. Did we lose people? Some people left?
Some people, but it doesn't.
We can change angle. We have some nice lights behind her. So if you go this way and photograph her from here. Oops. We get really nice lighting behind her, so try, if you want to try from this angle, this looks, bring just your arm a little bit closer to you. Yeah, right there. Perfect. So try some shots from this angle. I think this looks amazing. And
This is what I got here on that one.
oh,
Before I was having, so I had,
wow.
I had the plant as foreground, but I got his foot there as well.
oh, that's gorgeous.
So his foot there, so I got to crop that out.
Nice. Did you get it? Go get shots from there. It's kind of cute. I can hold it.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Well, you have to do a shot, so you would win something.
Tat has been shooting today.
Yeah.
Trying.
We can leave it here.
Actually, it's solid oak. You're not going to hurt that.
Does she sit on the piano?
Well, it's a good question. So,
I don't want to break any.
yeah. Well, I don't think we can. But what I would do if we could, I would take a really nice shot of her laying on the piano to highlight like the, and I would bring the light above her. So I would do the top light, like over the head lighting, and that would be really, really cute. But I don't think we can. We can do it in the other location. Oh, we can do it in the, we'll try in another location. I know, yeah, that would be an amazing shot, but we don't want to be kicked out from here. Okay. You can also turn like sideways maybe, and just cross your legs and do that. Like, yeah, if you're comfortable with that. Cross your legs a little bit more. Yes, and arch your back. Perfect. And we can do it from this side. Give me a second.
Coming through, coming through.
Okay, we're going to move to a different location. We can try, I think that area is somebody is using that area for pictures? Or no? Okay, let's do a couple of shots by the wall. They're using this location, so we can continue over here, and then we'll do some more shots on the other side, okay? Christine. So we're gonna do a couple of images by the wall. We'll do some poses by the wall. So what we're gonna do, again, we want to accentuate the curves. We want to create triangles. So Christine, you're gonna just bring your leg in, pop your hip, and you're gonna bring this arm up and hold it by the wrist. One arm a little bit lower than another one, okay? So let's see how that looks. And you can, no, you just keep it down, yeah, right there, and arch your back, just like that, and yeah, right there. So as you can see, we're creating one triangle, two triangles, beautiful curve over here. If we're photographing from this angle, we still have nice shape because she's arching her back. We created another triangle. Now we need to do the proper lighting. Turn your face towards the light. Yeah, right there. Okay, let me also take a photo to see how that looks. One more time. Yeah, it's not an easy pose, so let's try to.
Put your face a little more towards the light.
Okay. All right. Everybody is doing good?
Come back into the light. Sorry. Everybody come on in.
The light is really small and portable, so that's another feature that I like about it. I can take it for on-location shoot. I can fit it in my luggage. I can travel light, so that's really amazing because I used to use battery packs and they were very heavy and uncomfortable, but this is another feature of this light that I really like about. All right, so now let's move forward. We're going to a different location now.
Can you change the color temperature?
No,
Temperature of the light.
No, there is no temperature. Yeah, it's a daylight. Okay. Okay. Okay, everybody, follow me. We're going upstairs really quick. We're gonna use the escalator here. Do you remember the place? А теперь куда? I usually shoot with 1 or 2, or I use window on one side and the light on the other side. So I mix ambient light with reflex. Or if I'm moving my model to another side of the studio where it's darker, I would still use one light and get like more dramatic look, sort of moody style. Let's move it to that side. Will you be able to kind of hold it? Yeah.
Top lighting?
To do the uplighting. Let's wait for everybody to come here.
The light fits into any softbox?
Well, it works for Elinchrom. It works with Godox, no? Yeah, you need to have a bone mount. Yeah. Okay, everybody's here, right? I know everybody wanted some shots on grand piano. We couldn't do that, but we have this table over here that we can use for the laying shots. So what we're going to do, Christine, is you're going to just lay down on the table, kind of facing. And for this type of shot, I would do overhead lighting. So that works perfectly if you're posing your model on the bed or on a firm surface like this one. No, you're going to be on the side. No, sideway, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Will you be able to? Yeah, okay. Yes, to the side. Right there. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Yeah, like that. So, as you can see, with this pose, we can create nice curves. So it's really beautiful, and we need to highlight that curve. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna bring it up above her. Yeah, I hope. I use C-stand in my studio, and that's really easy with this type of lights to position it that way. Watch out. Yes, if we can do that. Let's try. Bring this leg a little bit more and bend this knee just a little bit. Yeah, position this on top of this leg. Yeah, right here. And don't, rest on your hand.
The back side.
Okay, or you can put your arm down like that.
The light on the back side.
Perfect.
The rim across it.
so it's going to be right above, like if you can, we'll show you now. Yeah, just kind of like more and tilt it right there. I don't know, can we do that? Sorry. Yeah, like we will try to do it like above her.
Above. Perfect.
Yeah. I know it's gonna be hard, but we'll try.
Yeah,
Huh?
I think this is just in the head. If you want to hold it over there.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's hard. Okay, we can, and a little bit tilt it.
A little closer, but from this side, but I don't know what it looks like from the other side.
This shot is perfect from right, like if you're standing right in front of her, so that looks perfect. It might be a little bit overexposed on her face than her legs, but if it's positioned properly, it's going to be like a really cool shot. Just play with your camera settings, see what you can get with that. So again, I could mix it with ambient light and get really nice soft light, or I can photograph my model in front of the backdrop and do something like a low-key lighting style of images. So either styles would be perfect with this lighting. And I tried both, so if you're interested in how it looks like with low-key lighting, you can check on my Instagram at YP-Boudoir and see how those images look like, or you can come to me after the photo walk and I'll show you what you can get with this light. Okay, let's switch the pose. We can do the same one but facing the wall, if you're comfortable with that. Yeah. Okay, right there, yeah, and yeah, right there, yeah, perfect. Let's do this leg is going to be straight, and this one is a little bit bent. Yeah, right there. This one is straight. This one, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's beautiful. And now this hand can go. Yeah, that's perfect. And with your head, head up. Oops. Yeah, big applause to Christine. She did amazing. Nice.
A group photo?
Yeah, let's do a group photo, everyone. This slide is the StellaPro is offering with 25% discount for all participants, so you can check it out. It's an amazing light. I'm super happy with that. Again, I increased my flow, I improved my flow, I shoot faster now. I don't have to, switch and do crazy things with different lights, so I just use one light and it works for the whole session. So, okay.
Better?
Yeah. Do you want us to?
Yeah.
We'll be moaning.